Welcome to a new podcast where we're breaking through and breaking it down with a new girl. Your host, Dawn Piercy. Welcome to a new podcast. My name is Dawn Piercy and I am your host. Today I'm bringing you a very special guest. She's an actress, director, producer, host, model. She has even created an intoxicating fragrance collection of roll-ons and coconut oil wax-based candles, which can even be used safely applied to the skin prior to lighting or after when the wax is warm. Lilly Melgar, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Well, thank you for being a guest on a new podcast. I am just so happy to have you on. I wanted to say congratulations, by the way. You won Best Actress as your role on the series on Amazon in 2016 and 2017, and that is amazing. How did it feel for you the moment that you won Best Actress?
Well, I mean, first of all, I won, actually, I think it was in 2013 was the first award that I won for this particular character for Outstanding Leading Actress in a Digital Series. Mm-hmm. Then I won last year for an Indie Series Award for Best Lead Actress in a Digital Series, and I've been nominated for Best Lead Actress in the Emmy category 2016, 2017. I've won 2 Emmys as a producer, but been nominated for Best Lead Actress twice.
That is amazing.
So winning the Indie Series Award last year was amazing. It was such an emotional moment for me because the storyline meant so much. I mean, I love Jennifer Ramos. I love playing her. I've been playing her for so long that,
right,
you know, kind of lives in me somewhere in there. And the storyline was something I took very seriously, and it really mattered to me because it is a monstrosity that happens to way too many women, and right. I wanted to be very careful in bringing as much authenticity to the role as I possibly could. And I did have a couple of women that had gone through it on set with me. And so to win, it's not even about winning the award, but to have that work acknowledged, it was more for the women that have gone through it than for me personally, to be honest. So that's why it was so sentimental and very special to me.
Right. Absolutely. I know some of the roles that you have played have been so intense. And one of them is now the Bathe series itself, that's been named as the best 4 web soaps by Entertainment Weekly lately. And you can also catch Lilly, for our listeners, on the big screen in an upcoming film, Nona, which is directed by Michael Polish and produced by Kate Bosworth. And that is a film about something that is a really deep subject, human trafficking. Now you play Madame Mariposa. What can you tell us about this? Because that is such an intense role.
Yes, oh my God, I know. I went from a rape storyline to playing a madam.
Right.
You know, I take it very seriously. And it came to me at a moment where I was actually directing Ricky Martin on 2 videos for his All Vegas residency. I was part of the directing team for all video content for that. Right. And he has a foundation on human trafficking.
Okay.
So that came in, and, you know, when we wrapped, him and I talked about it. It was very helpful because he knows, he's interviewed the women that have, for whatever reason, made these choices. So when I spoke to him of the way that I was seeing the character, he confirmed that I indeed was had a good instinct about it. But it was the most difficult role I've personally ever had to do because, you know, as actors, we all approach it differently. I personally, from finding a connection, and I have to bring me into the circumstances. And could not find, I really could not find how to connect to a woman trafficked young girls. I'm a mom of 12-year-olds. I have 2 nieces. You could just imagine it was very, very challenging.
Absolutely.
But I did find a way to tell the story, and I'm very proud of my work in this. And more importantly than my work in this, I'm really proud of Michael and Kate and the whole camp for bringing forth this message to educate and enlighten so that we can unite and find ways to end this, again, monstrosity that's actually happening in our world today.
I know, it's so scary, especially with the young kids. Oh my gosh. I know. Being a mom of, a 9-year-old that has autism, he doesn't always have comprehension. So it's like, I always want to stay right on top of it. And even though he might hate me sometimes, I know it's because I love him. I do what I do. It's, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And it's so scary, but hats off to you, because, I grew up in theater myself, and to be able to become your character, and separate yourself from that and delve into it so deeply. And, wow, just wow. It's amazing. It's amazing. Now you, Ladies of the Lake. Now that's a 4-part miniseries that's getting ready to come out, or has it come out on Amazon yet?
It came out last spring.
Okay.
So this year, I don't know if it came out in May or June.
Okay.
May or June on Amazon, and it did really, really well. We trended so many times, a huge success. So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I have a Fire Stick, and I had Amazon Prime. Of course, it ran out, but I'm wanting to get back on there because I have my series.
You don't have to have Prime to see it. You can watch it on Amazon Video.
Really? I didn't know that. Well, that's good for our listeners to know too, because they might be sitting there, I don't have Amazon Prime. Okay. I'm definitely going to have
Amazon Prime for the Beva series or Ladies of the Lake.
Okay.
They're both on
Awesome.
Amazon.
Awesome. Yeah. Now, tell us what it's like preparing for your roles, and are there some things that you have to do to connect to certain characters or to separate yourself from that? What helps you do that?
Well, I don't find ways to separate myself. I find ways to connect. As I shared earlier, I personally approach it by finding my truth in these circumstances. So, what would that? It's so hard to describe, but it is taking on these circumstances and bringing your personal authenticity and truth to it. So I do bring a lot of myself to the characters. And that's something that it's taken me a long time to learn how to shake it off after I shoot. And I had to learn the hard way with the rape storyline. I was depressed for a couple of weeks after shooting that. And, again, I'm a mom and a wife, and you can't really bring that home with you. So I had to find a way to do a better job at disconnecting. And I'm happy to report that I think I'm finally there. But when I'm preparing for it, I'm constantly finding ways to connect and bring me to the situation as much as possible.
Yeah, that's deep, really deep, really is. Now, I have to ask, growing up, who was your inspiration to set you on the path of success that you're on today? How'd you get where?
My mom, for
Your
sure.
mom.
Yeah. My mom always taught me that I can do whatever I wanted in life if I believed and I was willing to work hard enough, that it was possible. And she taught me not just by words, by her own example. she lived that. And
Mm-hmm.
most empowering woman, motivational woman I know, and who actually has, burst through any all
Mm-hmm.
boundaries, and just she's a success story herself. So that was my example and my support system till this day.
Nice. Yeah, my mom is my inspiration as well. Absolutely. Absolutely. She's my rock. Now, moving from your acting career, you also are a director and a producer, and you did your directorial debut with an open video for the Spice Girls reunion. Now, you do a lot of the videos for the tours that are coming up, the major tours, and now you had one had a lot of videos that played throughout the Britney Spears Live, the Femme Fatale tour, and most recently the Madonna Rebel at Heart, and then currently working with Ricky Martin and his Vegas, was it All In Vegas residency? Can you tell us
Mhm.
about that?
About which one? About the whole
The
thing?
whole
Like just
thing. When you started from your debut and where you're at now, I know that you're working on a team with that,
oh
if I'm
yeah,
not mistaken. Yeah.
absolutely. Let's not pretend that team, or I'm not part of a team.
Right.
That's more uh, accurate. I'm part of a team, a brilliant team. I'm so incredibly blessed to get to play with the best of the best in that world. I mean, it's just one of those beautiful surprises that
Mm-hmm.
life hands you. The acting career has been very challenging off and on, and so it's been so refreshing
Right.
that to be able to play on such a large scale on that level with such amazing artists, and just like I said, the best of the best, such talented people. So I got to direct video content.
Mm-hmm.
The opening video of the Spice Girls reunion tour was my first piece, and I was so scared and so excited, and it came out beautiful. And again, because of the team, because of the people that I got to work with,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do that quality without them. And funny enough, the editor that edited that piece for me went on to win an Oscar a year later for directing his first documentary. So you never
Very
know who you're
nice.
working with, Um, but it's been a beautiful ride, a beautiful process. The videos were, aside from Ricky, my favorite because there was more than one. And
Mm-hmm.
I worked with Rudolph Martin, who I loved on All My Children. And I think he's such a great actor. Got to work on such a personal level, developing his character that
Yeah.
was amazing. But nothing more special than working with Ricky.
I
You know, 20 years later, and here we are, and this time I'm directing him. So that goes beyond, the experience of just the career accolade you may.
mm-hmm.
It's such a personal, fulfilling experience because there's so much love there.
That's awesome. Now, was he on All My Children? I remember he was in
Boom.
General Hospital, right? Ricky Martin?
Ricky Martin and I were the first daytime Latino couple to ever be of leading status on a soap opera.
Oh,
And
I watched that. Those are my shows.
yeah, the General
My
Hospital.
mom still watches General Hospital, and she's 82. But she
Oh,
had me watching All My Children, One Life to Live in General Hospital since, oh my gosh, the late 70s, early 80s. And when you died, I bawled. I bawled my eyes out. I was like, no, not Lily. I kid you
not
not.
Lily.
I kid you not.
Sister, you can't do that.
I know.
Yeah.
I had to call my mom when you said yes to the interview, and I was like, Mom, you're not gonna believe who I'm interviewing Monday night. And she was like, who? And I was like, Lily Corinthos. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. She was like, I've got to see it. And I was like, you will. Heck yeah.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah. I'll have to show her that. She'll be like, yes. So,
Oh.
and what gives you balance between doing all that you do? What helps you stay balanced between and not getting them mixed up, everything?
Meditation.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's always my answer too.
Best choice I ever made. I mean, aside from the obvious, we're all going to say our kids and our
Right.
family, but you can't really put that on another human being. It's such personal work to find that inner balance. I get most of my fulfillment from my daughter, and she grounds me, and she keeps me sane and real.
Yeah.
But as far as internal balance, or even in the physical duties of the dailies,
Right.
meditation is where I find that.
That's what I always start with too, is meditation. Because aside from the podcast, I'm a talent scout and I have a PhD in philosophy, and I'm a full-time homeschool teacher, and
Wow.
so yeah,
That's a
meditation.
lot.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
it is, but it's so rewarding. It is. Absolutely. So on can you tell us about the comedy that you're writing and that you're going to star in?
Oh,
Or is it a secret? Is it on the hush hush?
Yeah, I can't really talk much about it. Yeah.
I guess we're gonna have to tune in and
Yeah.
follow to find out, aren't we?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Heck yeah. That's a good thing. That'll keep people to be like, what has she got going on? What? For our listeners that want to follow you, where do they go to follow you, and how can they check out the latest things that you have going on?
LillyMelgar.com. Definitely. I'm at Lilly Melgar Official on Instagram, at Lilly Melgar on Twitter, Lilly Melgar on Facebook, and IMDb.
So, what can you tell us about your scent line, your fragrance line?
So yummy. It's so yummy. I get followed every day with my signature scent. I'm not kidding. Like, followed. What are you wearing? It's a white tea ginger gardenia blend that I came up with, and it is ridiculous. It is so fresh and flirty, and it's addicting. And then I have the night scent, which is a grapefruit vanilla sandalwood blend with a hint of patchouli. And then my candles are the best. It's coconut oil wax, so it burns slower, and the soot is not as harming as it usually is, again, because it's eco-friendly. It's coconut. And all the scents are amazing. My lemon crush, my fig bamboo, my by day lily, lily night, my what's the other one? My sanctuary. Ooh, sexy. They're all so amazing.
I'm gonna try the face spritzer. I'm gonna have to,
because the spritzer is so great.
I've been needing a toner. Okay.
It's an orange blossom facial spritzer, 100% natural, and it's distilled from the neroli essential oil. Ooh. And that's the one that's used, which is orange blossom plant, and you spritz that. I am not kidding. Like, you feel like it refreshes you, and it has an effect where you kind of like, I don't know, it just takes the stress away. The scent is so almost peaceful. Like, if the day I get to go to heaven, I pray that's what it smells like. That's what it does for me. Now,
do you put it on at night after you wash your face, or do you put it on in the morning?
You can use it as your toner. I personally spritz it throughout the day
Okay.
over my makeup, but it just,
Okay.
that old commercial, Calgon, Take Me Away.
Yes. Yes.
This is my facial spritzer version of that. That's Orange Blossom, Take Me Away. That's what it feels like.
I'm definitely going to have to try it.
You'll see. I mean, I can't even explain what it does, but there's something in the sensory experience of it that just de-stresses you and makes you feel good. And your skin loves it. So it's a win-win.
Amen to that. So now I have to say, okay, I was going through your shorts. I love the vampire short, number 1, Scarlet. That was awesome. I loved it.
I love it so much.
I have a pair of scarecrow fangs. But one of the guests that I had on, I had an actual fang smith on, and I said, I'm going to have to get a pair of those fangs. Only at Halloween, but hey.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Did you see we have 90,000 views?
I seen that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Now, you're in another short too. You can catch, for our listeners, you can catch Lilly. When you go to LillyMelgar.com.
I have a YouTube channel now too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Tell us about it. Is it just under your name
YouTube.
or?
Yeah, I think it's Lilly Melgar.
Okay.
And my Scarlet and my Boo. Not the full Boo. The full Boo is it's on a different YouTube, but if you put Lilly Melgar Boo, the choices will come up.
Okay.
And, it's probably on my website too.
Yeah, it is on the website. That's how I found it, and I was like, oh my gosh, these are too cute. But yeah, definitely the Scarlet, because I usually every year at Halloween I'm a vampire. I make a good vampire. What can I say?
Yeah.
Hey, now you're the host on Soapbox Sizzle with Lilly and Martha. Can you tell us about that?
Well, it was a podcast that we did for 3 years on TV, and it was called Soapbox with Lilly and Martha, and it was Martha Madison and myself. The sizzle part is it's a sizzle means it's a trailer, so it was like a little sizzle to show you what the show was about. But it was called Soapbox with Lilly and Martha. And yeah, we did it for a little over 3 years, and it was so much fun. I mean, wow. It was almost, I almost felt guilty for having so much fun, because we really hung out with, these actors. There was no censorship, so they could be 100% themselves, and we wouldn't spend our time talking about their characters, but really about them and who they were. So the fans and supporters could really feel like they got to hang out with their favorite soap star. It was very cool.
That is awesome. Yeah. One of the things that I love about my podcast is not just getting to meet new and awesome people, okay? Or my, Lily Corinthos, but to be able to bring a side that people don't see all the time, because people see the characters, but they don't see the people. And I want to bring the people to the people. I want to bring, the reality and, to show that people are people and everybody, it's entertainment, and I love it. I love it. It is fun.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
So, well, thank you so much for being a new guest and dropping by and telling us all that you've got going on. Now, before I let you go, you were also on 2 billboards, your modeling career. You were on 2 billboards in Fashion Week on Times Square back in 2015. How was that? And did people stop you in the street?
No, people didn't stop me on the street. I mean, I don't live in New York, but oh my God, I flew to get to see them for myself. And that little girl that always dreamed of being on a billboard and representing a cosmetic line, it was just a dream come true. And to get to go to Fashion Week and be in the first row, it was just a completely other aspect of things that I love, that were very much dreams of mine that they came true.
That's
So
awesome.
it was incredible. And I also don't want to go without, talking a little bit about the Bay the series. That
Right.
season 3 is out now on Amazon. We've been blessed enough to have won, the past 2 years for the Emmy for Best Digital Series. And I can honestly say that season 3 is above and beyond the best season we've had. So if you loved us before, or even if you liked us, check season 3 out.
You don't have to have Amazon Prime, from what I heard. You were breaking up, but I heard part of it. Amazon Now. It does not have to be Amazon Prime. So I'm gonna check it out. I recommend to all of you, go check out the Bay, follow Lilly, and go to lilymelgar.com, and there you can keep up with everything she's got going on. Lilly, it has been great having you as a guest.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful night.
You too, Lily.
Thank you.
Night.
Bye.